October 20th, 2025, episode 607, episode 607, let's go. Of course, I have a few things to share with you guys. Shall we?
Can I be honest with you, please? It's really hard for me to speak right now, but I've been drinking all day. It's been a long week, can't you tell by my face? I want the least I deserve, there's no conversation. I've been working all week. I'd rather be your enemy than any friend you think I would be.
Popeyes worker used customer credit cards to fund boyfriend in jail. It's a love story, kids.
Popeyes employee has been arrested for allegedly directing a fraud scheme. The Flagler County Sheriff's Office says Shanta Johnson would take credit cards from customers at the drive-thru and make payments on her boyfriend's jail commissary. Johnson remains in jail facing several felony charges. Deputies also arrested a second woman accused of helping Johnson.
I say this all the time. If you really want to help someone on the other side of that wall, the best thing you can do is not join them. Now look at you. You're hustling ass backwards. You're stealing to send money to someone who has absolutely no financial responsibility whatsoever. They're not going to put him out. If he can't make rent next month, they're not going to shut his lights off and put his bunk on the curb. But there is a silver lining for you two, I guess. Working at Popeyes, most of your customers are killers, lunatics, and the criminally insane, so jail shouldn't be that much of an adjustment period. Fried chicken lovers, well, the blackened chicken is probably the heaviest contender on their menu, so let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. Visiting a Popeyes drive-thru in Florida, we're unwittingly paying a prison inmate's commissary fees, according to investigators. Now you done lost your job. What is he going to do when he get out? He's going to have to go get himself a hoe from Zaxby's or something. It was happening at the Popeyes Louisiana kitchen in Palm Coast, and two women are accused of orchestrating the fraud, the Flagler County Sheriff's Office said in an October 17th news release. The scheme was motivated by a desire to help 42-year-old Shanta Johnson's boyfriend. I'm saying Shanta, our culturally challenged news anchor called her Shanta, but I'm supposing it's Shanta, who's in prison, the sheriff's office said. Detectives determined that Johnson and her co-worker and close friend, Shanika Richburg, 49, of Palm Coast, fraudulently charged customer credit cards while working the Popeyes drive-thru, the sheriff's office reported. Now, she's committed to helping your man like it's her man too. You better keep an eye on her, Shanta. They're still in their 40s. Damn, that chicken game is a fast life. I'm telling you, her and her accomplice looks like James Evans and Eddie Kane Jr. There was Thelma and Louise. Now there's Shanika and Shanta. Heavens help us all. You hope to have some semblance of camaraderie in the workplace where your buddy will help you steal for your incarcerated lover and not ask you to share your lover later. Johnson orchestrated the scheme to make commissary payments to her boyfriend, not her husband, an inmate at Appalachia Correctional Institution West Unit in Sneads, Florida. That was an incredible amount of information. Like, we're going to put money on his books now. He's already dragged two idiots to the hokey with him. We won't be next. Investigators did not report how many victims were involved, but one victim reported her credit card had an unauthorized charge of $311.90 after visiting the restaurant in March. Deputies said the scheme came to light when the restaurant franchise came under new ownership. Deputies said the resulting investigation lasted 7 months. You get greedy, you get sloppy, you get caught. Most people will not even dispute a $10 charge, $15 charge. Maybe I bought something earlier and I forgot about it. It's all good. But $300 worth of Popeyes chicken in one sitting, $300 worth of Popeyes chicken in one sitting has to be the equivalent of smoking a pack of radioactive Newport 100s. Nobody is buying that much chicken unless they're going to dilute it amongst at least 50 or more people. $311.90 worth of Popeyes chicken is the equivalent of taking 100 x-rays. Johnson was arrested October 15th 18th and faces multiple felony charges, including organized scheme to defraud, 3 counts of fraudulent use of a credit card, 3 counts of unlawful use of a two-way communication device, and 3 counts of fraudulent use of personal identification information, deputies said. Richburg was arrested in April and charged with fraudulent use of a credit card, unlawful use of a two-way communication device, and fraudulent use of personal identification information, PII. The sheriff's office said prisoners are not allowed to keep money behind bars, but cash can be provided by family members to a commissary fund used to buy food, toiletries, and other minor needs, according to the prison fellowship. Of course, I love to hear your thoughts on this. I love to hear your opinions on this. You see how they'd rather take their chances stealing from the customers than have that chicken money come up short at Popeyes? Popeyes don't play that. Not like those pussies over at KFC. You'll have a work accident for real if that chicken money ain't straight at Popeyes. Pennsylvania man, why am I not surprised, accused of killing another man after catching him having sex in truck with mom.
A man is facing charges following a deadly shooting in Cambria County. Troopers say Dylan Lang faces 1 count of criminal homicide in connection to a shooting in Jackson Township last night. State police identified the victim as 55-year-old Robert Hagan Jr. Troopers say the victim was in his pickup truck when Lang came out of a house armed with a handgun and allegedly smashed the truck's window before shooting Hagan. Hagan died at the scene, and Lang is now behind bars where his bail was denied.
Back in August 2024, I caught the story of Harry Rugg of Confluence, Pennsylvania, who viciously beat his neighbor under the suspicion that his neighbor was sleeping with his mom. Listen, your mom is a grown woman. She's going to get folded from time to time. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but then again, I might also be the one that's doing the folding. You need to drop this Norman Bates ass obsession with your mother, stop tugging on her housecoat, and figure out why you, at 24 years old, aren't cracking anything your damn self. Stay out of grown folks' business and let me tackle your mother from behind. That's all I'm saying. A Pennsylvania man is facing serious criminal charges after he allegedly fatally shot a man who was having sex with his mother in a truck outside their home. He was folding his mom like a MacBook Pro. His little heart couldn't take it. On Saturday, October 18th, Dylan Lang, 24, was arrested and charged in connection with the shooting death of Robert Edward Hagan Jr., 55, according to a release from the Pennsylvania State Police, which is leading the investigation. Lang is charged with 1 count of criminal homicide, 1 count of aggravated assault graded as a felony of the 2nd degree, and 1 count of recklessly endangering another person. That other person was your mom, you idiot. She was in the car when you shot, graded as a misdemeanor of the 2nd degree, according to online court records. He remains held at the Cambria County Prison without bond. Honestly, they might really need to put him on some type of watch in case he tries to punch his own clock while he's in jail. The woman couldn't even bring a man in the house so he could properly tuck her in. She had to get off outside in the truck. Don't nothing dry your mama out quicker than hearing your grown ass footsteps walking towards the door. It's like humping sandpaper. Ma. Jesus Christ, any other time you can't get these kids off the video games until you try to put their mama in a huckabuck. The deadly incident unfolded at about 3:45 a.m. on October 18th. That was a Saturday morning when police responded to a call about a shooting at a residence on Heritage Lane in Jackson Township, this is Cambria County, and found a deceased man inside a truck in the front yard. According to a criminal affidavit obtained by People, the man's pants were around his ankles and the driver's side door was open, per the affidavit. You shot a man while he had his willy out. You couldn't even save him the dignity of telling him to pull his pants up first. The rear driver's side window was smashed out. Your mom is in the car while you're doing this. You call yourself protecting her. Why don't you just go inside, Wait till they finish up. She'll come in. She'll make you some hot cakes. You'll have an early breakfast after she wraps up her good night. The affidavit alleges that Lang became enraged when he saw his mother and Hagen engaging in sexual activity in Hagen's truck. This is your mom. It's not your wife. Lang's mother, Angela Langham, said Lang came out to the truck and confronted them with a bright light attached to a gun, with Lang screaming for Hagen to get off her. The affidavit alleges, according to the affidavit, Hagen, Lang's mother, and sister had allegedly been out drinking before returning home. They all had a good time. You're the only wet blanket out of the bunch. Lang's sister went into the house, but her mother stayed. Your sister didn't care, but her mother stayed in the truck with Hagen, where they proceeded to have sex. It's 4 o'clock on a Saturday morning. What are you even doing up, waiting for your mom like you're the one that's married to her? It's a Freudian mommy complex. We're talking about sensual, consensual sex here between two adults. Don't save your mom. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. At this point, you're just being a familial cockblock. Hagen complied and got back into the driver's seat. Lang then allegedly tried to shove the nozzle of the gun through the driver's side window. What are you doing? But was unsuccessful because the window was not down far enough. He is intent on killing this man for sleeping with his mom. As Langham pleaded with her son to stop, he allegedly smashed out the back window on the driver's side and fired his 9mm handgun twice through the back of Hagen's seat, hitting him in the upper torso. Hagen tried to back the truck out of the driveway, but when he fell unconscious, it rolled into the front yard. Damn! Langham, this is a hell of a picture. Langham stopped the truck by pulling Hagen's leg off the gas pedal and pushing the brake pedal with her hand. She was in the car right next to him the whole time. When she asked her son to call 911, he allegedly said, "Why?" To which she replied, "You shot him." Lang called 911 and said, "I just shot someone in my driveway." When asked what happened, Lang allegedly replied, "He was out here effing my mother in my own effing driveway." Wouldn't it have been messed up if the dispatcher would have asked him if he let the guy finish before he shot him? When asked how many shots he fired, Lang allegedly replied 2 shots before saying, "I effed up, man." Yes, you did, buddy. That was out of control, man. Yes, it was. He said he was upset that Hagen and his mother had been hooking up for the past few days, so they like each other. It's a small ass town. She found someone that she could drink, go out, and vibe with. How lucky could she possibly be? You should be happy for her. Lang is scheduled to appear in court for a preliminary hearing on October 27th. It is unclear whether he has retained an attorney who can speak on his behalf. Of course, I love to hear your thoughts on this. I love to hear your opinions on this. Listen, little buddy, me and your mom aren't going to get married. You don't have to worry. Hell, we're not even dating. But when you see that little sock on the doorknob, little Marvin Gaye wafting from under the door, just go fix yourself a grilled cheese. She's going to be just fine. A-OK. Fun show. Fun show. Fun show. The music for this episode is from Caesar Beats. Get your music from Caesar Beats. I'll leave the contact information down here at the bottom. If you're a producer and you would like to have your music featured on an episode of this podcast, reach out to me on any one of my socials. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials. Find me wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. I am there. That being said, I'm going to wrap this one up, but I'll be sure to talk to you guys very, very soon. Jusqu'à la prochaine fois.
So bad, I'm so bad, I'm so bad. Can I be honest with you, please? It's really hard for me to speak right now, but I've been drinking all day. It's been a long week, can't you tell by my face? I want the least I deserve is no conversation. I've been working all week. I'd rather be your enemy than any friend you think I would be. I'm just so bad, I'm so bad, I'm so bad. Can I be so bad, I'm so bad, I'm so bad. Can I be so bad? Can I be? Oh, 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 oh. So bad, I'm so bad, I'm so bad. Can I be honest with you, please? It's really hard for me to speak right now, but I've been drinking all day. It's been a long week, can't you tell by my face? I want the least I deserve, there's no conversation. I've been working all week. I'd rather be your enemy than any friend you think I would be. I'm just
Honestly, they might really need to put him on some type of watch in case he tries to punch his own clock while he's in jail. The woman couldn't even bring a man in the house so he could properly tuck her in. She had to get off outside in the truck. Don't nothing dry your mama out quicker than hearing your grown-ass footsteps walking towards the door. It's like humping sandpaper. Ma. Jesus Christ, any other time you can't get these kids off the video games until you try to put their mama in a huckabuck.